Of the bounce. Good afternoon, Gary.
G'day, Ryan. How are you, mate? Great to be here. Fantastic. A bit windy, though, but that'll be favouring to the right of the screen, which I think we said that's the way the Cardiff are heading. So I think it'll be important to get off to a good start.
Absolutely. The ball goes forward straight away for Cardiff, and down there with a clever little nudge was Gibson. They kicked the first goal of the game, Cardiff, in 28 seconds. So Cardiff straight away on the board, and it's through their veteran Gibson. Absolutely. Liam Gibson there.
I'm happy with the way they're set up at the moment, Cardiff. I'm really impressed with that. Their endeavour there. There's commitments there. They've got a good open forward. Well done, Sam Haig.
So Haig away on centre wing. Has a bounce with the left hand and puts it on the left boot. Just kicks it into space. 2-on-1. It's Harder-Carnan and Rawnsley here with Thompson. And it might roll through. Doesn't roll through. Goal umpire gives all the impressions he's going to give it, and he does. Second goal of the day there for Cardiff. Just surging the ball forward. Eventually ends up in the hands of O'Malley. He wheels around and goes to full forward. Playing from behind was Courtney Knight. They might end up with the footy here. They've got 3-on-1. Wheels around, left foot. Kick the goal there, Crawford. Persistence pays off, and Mitch Crawford kicks the first goal of the day for Newcastle City. So going forward again, Newcastle City. They've won the majority of these clearances. Certainly had more of the footy in the first quarter, despite being behind. So Cardiff, taken from behind there, ends up in the hands of Vukovic. And they go forward to centre half forward again. Playing from behind there was Dalton. Turns around for Koshin. He didn't dispose of it correctly. It's going to be an in the back free kick. So Grant anyway. He's a good finisher, is Grant. He's going to kick it from 15 metres. Chips it over. Looking at it, Cardiff players are doing well. There's dropping back in the hole. Dugan would be happy with that. Good lead up, though, there from Wheeler. He could go the distance here, Josh Wheeler. He does. He wheels around. Gee, it's a lovely looking left foot drop punt.
That's a great kick.
Fantastic kick at goal. He's up and about. 2 goals to the quarter for Newcastle City. Wheeling around on the left foot was the Wheeler again. Pardon that pun. Now it goes back to Jackson Crawford. Fumbled at the wrong time. Gordon didn't fumble, though, for the Hawks. Didn't handball out to anybody. Haig, Koshin, gives it back to Haig. Good play, Cardiff. Now Haig again. He kicked a goal like this in the first term. That one's not going to register a score. Just beats everyone with the bounce. Dalton, they're out here. He's out. He's just between him and the goal. So Dalton has a bounce. Open goal to Cardiff. First goal of the second term goes the way of the Hawks. They have an 8-point lead. Even that day, they won a flag doing it. So
go to YouTube. Go to YouTube. Type in 2013 grand final. He's done it now. Just on cue.
So as we're talking about Courtney Knight kicking freakish goals, he throws one over the right shoulder. Left shoulder, beg your pardon, with the right boot. Kicks his first for the day. So
thigh.
Knight kicks it from right on the paint. Has it got the legs? It does. Great coach's goal. And for the first time today, Newcastle City hit the front at number 1 Sports Ground. Great goal there to the coach.
To Gordon. Just that little quick hand coming out up there against Crawford into a dangerous area. That handball from Gordon is picked up there by O'Malley. He gets a handball out to Jack Gillingham. He's going to run into goal. He does there on the right boot.
Great goal,
He
Newcastle.
does well done.
Clean hands, strong bodies.
In the second quarter, Newcastle City advantage. As Emerson Monk gets it there now. A big few minutes coming up. As it gets out there, he's going to sit for Mitch Crawford. He kicked the goal in the first quarter, the left foot snap. Can he make it 2 left foot snaps? He can make it 2 left foot snaps. Too much room being afforded to Mitch Crawford. If you keep giving him the room, giving those goal scoring opportunities, he's going to hurt you. Stats. Wonder how Stats is going.
Yep, he'd be in a goal square somewhere. Worked under the ball there was Ryan. Ends up in the hands, though, of Mayo. So Mayo just kicks it back to the hot spot. It's a pretty good kick, actually. Good area of the ground to kick it to. Koshin down there. Thompson got a boot to it. Play on here. Well done. Regan Bowe kicks a goal there for the Hawks. And I think they might have kicked the first goal in every quarter, Gary.
Yeah, they've certainly been very good. They come out really fired up.
Yeah, it's a hard surface, Newcastle.
It is very hard. You have to go out there. A lot of bare patches on the ground. It's just a usage thing. Just a lot of use there. As Mitch Knight snaps around the body. That's what the coach does, and the coach does really well. Knight kicks his second goal. 50 metres free kick was probably there, as much as soft as it was. But Connor Haswell.
Pretty big kick this in the context of the game. Haswell goes back. Kicks the goal for Newcastle City. They're out now. 61 playing 38. All forward, streaming forward. Anyway, ball up forward pocket here for the Hawks. They've had a good passage of play here. Mitch Knight, the coach, is on the bottom of that pack. And they keep it in. Still keep it in. This is Jolliffe. Gets on his right side, just kicks it back in towards full forward. That's a mark. Ben Stewart. This is going to be important. They can't afford to miss any of these shots at goal. So kicks in Dermot Brereton-esque. It's a good kick from Stewart. Straight through the middle. Cardiff kick their second for the term and keep in touch. 63 playing 45 at number 1 Sports Ground. Had a very good second half of the season. Gee, I don't know about the kick, though. Went for Mitch Knight. Missed him in the middle of the ground. Into that hard service Koshin. That's play on. Went past Gordon, though, and now Haswell. He'll go forward. Knight will mark this. Chest mark to Courtney. Turnover again in the middle of the ground. And look at this. They're out here. Poor checking. Marking the goal square. It's Crawford.
Straight off now, Mitch Crawford's going to go back in and kick goal number 3.
So kicks his third today, Crawford. Certainly been one of the more influential players on the ground. So Knight goes back. This one won't make the distance. We'll go to the top of the square, uncontested.
And Spriggs is actually
it's a blocking free.
Spriggs has actually gone back for another go with Knight. So this is not going to end. This is not going to end well.
So it's going to go the way of
Wheeler. You keep an eye on the footy. I'll keep an eye on what's going on over there.
Great finish, Mark Wheeler.
Form hadn't he, Ryan? His hands are
you talking to me or about him?
Yeah, both Ryans. He probably just needs to work on that helicopter a little bit, David. It's come back.
Yeah, it's had an unusual look about it, but it gets the same result. Good contest there from Dalton. Well done to Carroll. Play on the call. Monk now with O'Malley. So O'Malley kicks to full forward. Who's he got down there? It's Haswell. Over the back is Dempsey. Doing well with Sheldon. Haswell gets their first handball inside to Crawford. Left foot snap at goal. Third goal for Crawford.
With the left foot snap, 4 for the game. Wheeler's making a lead. Also down there is Haswell. Haswell's probably not a bad option. Look at that. Really good lead by Haswell. He's actually run the defence off their legs, to be perfectly honest, today.
Yeah.
So Haswell.
Haswell comes in. Looks a nice kick off the boot. He's kicked it. Courtney loves it behind the goals. Haswell kicks number 2. Certainly been one of the better players on the ground. Might reach its intended target in Stewart. It doesn't. It's well done to Mitchell. Just got on his left side, as you keep mentioning, Gary. Goes for Gillingham, and he'll get him. Gillingham marks, wheels around. He's got Crawford on his own. Just sits it up on top of his head. Crawford. Strong grab.
Yeah. Need some advice on that one.
I think it might come from the first half. If it was me deciding, just drills that one, Crawford.
So 6 goals to Mitch Crawford.
6 goals. He's gone a long way to getting himself a teriyaki sub, let me assure you. Payne. Full time here at Newcastle number 1. And Newcastle City take the 4 points to the tune of a victory, 15-19, 109. The Cardiff Hawks, 8-11, 59.